Hello, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. I'm just going to give everybody another minute or two, maybe another minute before I start, and then we'll get started. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not sure that anybody's quite jumped on with me yet, but if you do jump on and then you watch the replay later, please let me know that you watched the replay just by putting hashtag replay in the comments, and that way at least I know kind of who's tuning in to see all the tips and tricks of the Seint Beauty Basics. So my name is JJ, and I am the Seint Beauty artist that's helping Allison with her party, with her makeup party this week. So I hope you guys are enjoying the graphics and the tutorials and the videos, and filling out those color matches or getting ready to fill out those color matches. So I am an active duty Air Force clinical nurse specialist. So it's an advanced practice nurse, and I work in obstetrics. So I've been in for 16 years. That's my main gig, my main job, and I am a mother of 3, and I have a husband and a crazy dog. So lots going on in my busy life, but I'm also a Seint Beauty artist, and I became a Seint Beauty artist after I went to a class just like this one almost a year ago now. And about 20 days after wearing the makeup, I decided I wanted to have a bigger part in this business and spread the joy of this one compact makeup that I think is just so cool. I really like, I'm in obstetrics and women's health, and I really love, just helping women. I'm all about helping women, and in any way possible. And I just really felt a lot more confident, and I just thought that this was just a product that it's a company ran by women, and it's a sisterhood that is just very cool, and friends, and kind of like a big group of girls that I never thought that I really needed, but I guess I did, because now I absolutely love it. Okay, that's just a little bit of backstory with me. And that's kind of how I started. But let's talk about how you guys start with this Seint Beauty line. So I know you've already seen a couple of graphics with me posting a color match form. So basically, you're just going to click the link, fill out the form. It takes less than 5 minutes. You put you upload a selfie in there. Now that selfie is the most important part of that form. So it needs to be no makeup. It needs to be facing a window, not a window behind you, but facing a window with natural light, and then you're going to snap your selfie. Okay? Not standing out in the sun, not with the window on the side of you. It has to be facing that window with natural light, because I really need to see all the imperfections of your face and really need to see your skin tone, because I'm going to be matching you to the right color virtually. Okay, I'm not standing in front of you, so it makes it a little bit more, not difficult, but just different. So I need to be able to really see your skin. I have matched about 150 women now over the last year, and I've only had one customer that was kind of like, this is not for me, out of all of those women. Everybody loves this product. Once you give it a chance, you will love it. Allison loves it. That's why she's hosting this class. So absolutely fill out that form. No obligation when you fill it out. You are basically just saying, here, show me what you're recommending. Once you fill it out and send it to me, I will send you an email and a link, a personalized link that shows you all the different products that I've matched you to. Okay, and speaking of those products, I'm going to show you those products tonight, okay, and how we use them, and a few tips and tricks, how to make your makeup just apply it really well and make it look awesome. Okay, so the first thing that's really important, and I always give this little tip to women, is, let me get my little, is to get your face ready for your application. Having a hard time getting it. Here we go. Okay, so I use this little tool, and it's called Flawless, but they sell a lot of them on Amazon, and you can get them in the store. But it's like just a little tiny blade, and it takes off all this little peach fuzz. A lot of women have all this excess hair, so you basically just run it across your face like this, and it takes off all this little extra peach fuzz. I did mine earlier today. But if you have a lot of fuzz, this is cream. These are cream products. The cream products don't sit as well if you have kind of a hairy face, a peach fuzzy face. We all start to get that way, especially as we get older. I'm 44, by the way. People always ask me that, like, how old are you and how long have you been doing this? So I've been doing this for about a year, and I'm 44 years old. Okay, so first thing, kind of get your skin ready. The next thing you want to do is you want to moisturize. So you want to make sure you are moisturizing. Seint has a really awesome, very simple 3-step skincare line. So it's basically cleanser, sorry, I had a brain fart, cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. Okay, it's really great for sensitive skin. I've had a lot of customers say that it has just really changed the way their skin feels and the tone of their skin. So, you know, give it a try. If you're ready for a new skincare routine, you really have to start off with good skin care. Like your face has to be, your skin has to be like the right kind of canvas to put makeup on if you want your makeup to look the best it can look. So, peach fuzz off, moisturize, okay? So, I'm gonna put a little bit of this cream. So it comes up just like that. Come on, pump it up. So it comes up there to the top. This is a brand new one, so I'm trying to get it to work. There we go. See how it came up to the top. All right. So I'm gonna moisturize first. And it smells so great. All of our products have such great scents. They're not really like powerful smells, but there's a clean sort of smell to it. Okay, so you want to moisturize. Get that moisturizer in there. And kind of let that sit for a few minutes. I'm not going to let mine sit for a whole few minutes. But the next step that I do is I use something to sort of prime my face. So a lot of women will use actual primer. I don't use actual primer. I use setting spray. So we sell this setting spray, and you can use it a couple of different ways. You can use it on your face first, put your makeup on, and then you can actually set it with this. I usually just use it in the beginning. So there's a lot of different ways to use it, but I use it on my little perfector sponge. So this is a little sponge that we have. Perfect little beauty blender sponge. It helps to do all different kinds of things. I'll show it to you guys a couple of different ways throughout this video. I use mine every single day to put my setting spray on, and then to take off excess makeup in my little areas where I have lines, okay? All right, so what I do is I just go ahead and I spray it directly on my sponge. You can just spray it all over your face. Sometimes I do that, but I like the placement with the sponge even better. And I put it on my eyelids, all over, and I just kind of dab it. Under my eyes, help set there. I tend to rub my eyes a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry. Okay, when you get your products in the mail, so now my skin's all ready to go, and now I'm gonna show you the actual products. So when you get your products in the mail, they come in little tins like this, okay? I don't actually have a tin, do I? Yes, I do. Okay, they come in tins like this, and then the product just slides right out. And then this is magnetic on the back here. And it's gonna fit right into your compact. All right, so see, all my tins are magnetically in there. They don't come out. This is a double decker, a larger one. I've got all my shadows and my powders in there, my illuminators, and then this is all my cream stuff. Okay, so I am gonna start with my highlights. So highlights are what we call foundation. So a lot of people get kind of like, ugh, in their head because they see the word highlight and they think it's like a concealer. We just call all of our foundations highlights, okay? So I will always match you to at least 2 highlight colors, and I'll show you why, but sometimes 3, depending on what you have going on with your skin. Because if you have any issues with your skin and you want to color correct anything, I'm your gal. I can help you with that. I have horrible melasma. Can you see my melasma? Of course you can, because it's horrible, okay? I've got all this hyperpigmentation and all of these brown spots all over. So what I do is I use a color called Mango, and that is a highlight. This is my detail brush. I'll show you a couple tools throughout the night too. Well, I'm not gonna be with you all night, but throughout the next 45 minutes that I'm gonna be on here talking to you. Okay, so I dip into that with this small end, and I kind of just go all over where my melasma bothers me. So my forehead is my #1 place that I really hate that melasma. So I just kind of cover that up a little bit. And then I've got a few spots here that I like to cover. And a few spots here. See my darker spots there. And if you have redness, if you have a lot of redness or you have like acne or blemishes, I have a perfect product to help cover those things as well. So that's why in the form, I ask you, like, if you have any issues or you want to make any comments, just kind of let me know if there's anything that you want me to help you fix. Okay, so now that I've put that on, now I am going to go to my main highlight color. So main highlight color is going to go everywhere except basically like my eyes and like my T-zone right there. So main highlight color. So for my main highlight color, I use Sandy right now, which is this one. I'm going to use my 3D brush. This brush is, I recommend this brush a lot of times in the very beginning. It is a great like middle of the road brush. It doesn't give you too full of a coverage. Sorry, my internet's being wacky. It doesn't give you too full of a coverage, but it doesn't give you too light of a coverage either. So I'm going to start by just dipping ever so lightly in my Sandy. So you don't have to rub your brush through this cream makeup. This cream makeup, you just need a little tiny bit. And a lot of women, when they start out, see, I just dab it in there. A lot of women, when they start out, I feel like my light is too bright. There's like a glare on me. Yes, a lot of women, when they start out, they just cake on the makeup. They put too much on, and then they're like, oh, I hate it because it's showing every line and everything. But the reason it is because you just have too much on there. So you just start out with a little bit. And I like to, so these are creams, right? So then when they get warm, they're gonna start to kind of melt into your face. So I just like to kind of dab it on there. Dab everything on, and then I just kind of wait to blend because I want it to be warm on my face. So while I'm waiting for it to warm up on my face, I'm going to put the rest of the colors on, okay? So this is White Peach, and it is a much lighter color. So this is your brightening highlight. That's what I call it, your brightening highlight. So with the brightening highlight, I like to use the other end. So I'm gonna dip that in there, get some color on there, and then I'm just gonna kind of put it where I'm gonna wanna wear it. And I'm just dipping and then gonna let it warm on my skin a little bit. Right there. Okay, I know I look crazy right now. Hang with me, okay? Okay, so while that's kind of sitting on my face, I'm gonna take my contour color right here, which I think it might be henna. I'm not exactly sure. And I'm gonna take, let me wipe off my brush a little bit. I'm gonna take my detail brush again. This detail brush is so awesome for contour. I always recommend it. It is the perfect shape to, boom, hit those cheeks right there. And then I like this little end for detail work. And then I actually dip my brush in my contour. I actually put my contour on with this brush right here. I just kind of apply it right here. So I'm gonna go right underneath my cheekbones, okay? Usually you're gonna kind of start at the, if you don't know where to put your highlight, you're gonna start at the top of your ear here. It's gonna kind of be in line with that, and then it's gonna go towards the corner of your mouth. But you don't wanna bring it down too far, okay? You never wanna bring your contour down into where, see how when I smile, I have these lines right here? You don't wanna bring them into your laugh lines, because then you're gonna look kind of dirty. Okay, so I'm gonna put my contour here. A little bit more right there. I'm also gonna bring my contour up here to my hairline. I'm gonna draw that. So contour basically just, it shapes your face. It's gonna kind of chisel out my face, and it takes those shadows that are naturally occurring, and it's gonna accentuate those shadows that are naturally occurring, okay? So I'm gonna put a little on the sides of my nose. Okay. And then I'm gonna put some on my jawline right down here. All along my jawline and right under my chin. And this really helps because you do have those shadows right there, and this helps to kind of take away that appearance of a double chin that we all kind of start to get as we get older, or a lot of us do. Okay, so now I can start to blend. So I'm gonna take my brush that I initially used, my 3D, and I'm just gonna start blending everything. So I like to start with my main highlight. Got another mirror over here that I like to look in. So I'm just gonna start with my main highlight and get that blended. Not touching my contour just yet. Just going in and getting my main highlight put on. And you can do your makeup all with one brush, absolutely. I like to use a couple different brushes because I feel like they all have a function, but you can start off with one brush and use that one brush. This is the blend brush, so I like to take that one because it's a little smaller and get into my nooks and crannies here for my my brightening highlight. And then I do always put a little bit up here on my eyelids. And then I'm gonna keep on blending my brightener here. Some women like to bring their brightener all the way down their T-zone. So it's just kind of up to you how you want to do it. Everybody's a little bit different, and you don't have to do it in this order. Everybody does it differently. This is just like the order I like to do it in. It's what I've gotten used to and what I'm comfortable with. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my, my detail brush, and I'm going to start to blend all of my contour out. So with my forehead contour, I'm going to start bringing it down where it kind of looks like a little bit of an ombre look, kind of. I'm going to go under my chin. Excuse me. Go under my chin. And I'm just going to bring it around and down. Okay. And now you never want to blend your contour where your cheekbone is down. You want to blend it up. So I'm going to go back and forth and up. Back and forth and up. And sometimes this contour can be very scary for some women because they think they're going to look like a clown, but you're not. They're all creams. And remember how I told you that a lot of people will cake too much on and it'll look too cakey. The other thing that a lot of women do is they just over blend everything. So they over blend it and then everything kind of like the contour doesn't end up showing up. So like, I think I've over blended my contour a little bit. I like mine to be a little bit more, a little darker. So I'm just gonna darken it up a little. My hair keeps getting in the way and driving me nuts. Okay. All right. So now I've got all of my highlight on. I've got all of my contour on. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some lip and cheek. Lip and cheek. We have a bazillion million colors of lip and cheek. So I've just got 2 of them here. And I've stuck my finger in a few of them too many times, but this is called Ruby and this is called Petal. And they're 2 that I don't really use a ton of, but I thought I would use them tonight to go kind of with a pink look, okay? So these can go on your lips and your cheeks. You can also use a lot of these colors for eyeshadow. They're not technically a shadow, but you can layer them on your eye and then put a little shimmer on and you're good to go. All of our products are very like multi-useful. You can use them for all different things. So, you know, your contour that I just did my cheeks and all of my shadows with, a lot of people will fill in their brows with them as well. So much you can do with every single product. It's amazing. Everything you need is right here, except your mascara. We do not sell mascara because it cannot fit in this nice little tin or this nice little compact. So mascara is separate and we do not sell that. Okay, so this is the blush and bronzer brush. Okay, it's very fluffy, as you can see. So look at this brush compared to this brush. This one's very fluffy. This one's much more dense. So the fluffier the brush, the lighter the application. Okay, so for bronzer and for blush, you want it to be a very light application, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this little bunny tail end and I'm going to dip it in my Ruby right here. And I'm just going to tap it right there because I just want a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit of Ruby. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then just going to grab my washcloth here. Then what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put a little bit of this Petal. I'm going to put a little bit of that like right on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm going to use my finger and I'm just going to tap it a little bit here. This is a very light kind of glossy color. So what it does is it kind of helps to bring light to this area, which I want to do. So I'm going to put a little bit of it right there. And now I'm going to take my blush and bronzer brush. And I'm going to just go up and down with that. And I'm also going to add this to my lips in just a minute too. Okay. Everybody's different. So if you like neutrals, if you like pinks, if you like reds, we have it all. We have purple colors. We have it all so much. So many different colors. You will find one that you love. No problem. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of blend in that petal right there. So I've got Ruby here and Petal here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that on my lips, and I'll show you another brush. If I can find it. Okay, so this is called the multitasker brush. It's a multitasker. It can be used for so many different things. I use it for lips and for eyes too. Kind of the small things that you got to get to. All right, so I like to take this end when I'm really trying to make my lips just perfect. I'll take this end and go into there. So I'm gonna go kind of on the outside. With that. And then I'm gonna go in with my petal with my finger and kind of go over it a little bit, so it's not so bright. It's really fun to mix the different shades that we have. We have so many that mix really well together. Okay. All right. Now, what I also like to do with my lips, because my lips are extremely thin, so I like to take my contour, and I'll use the other end of my multitasker. Here's my contour right here. And I'll take that and I'll go and line my lips with that multitasker. Okay. And then I just take my finger and blend it out a little bit. So that just gives your lips a little bit more definition, because I don't have a lot of definition to my lips. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of Illuminator. So Illuminator is a really awesome product that we sell, and it comes in powder and creams. So we have a lot of different kinds. Powder Illuminator will give you a little bit more of that pop and shine. That's what it kind of does. It just gives you a little bit of like pow, you know, after you've done your makeup. So you want to kind of add those to the high points of your face. So I'm going to use my blend brush again, and I'm just going to tap it, and I'm going to put just a little bit here, just because I want a little bit of shine right there. If you're not a shine person, I have something for you too. A lot of people like to put it right here underneath. And then a little here. Okay, so that's Illuminator. Illuminators can be used for a lot of different reasons, or a lot of different things, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do my eyes with that same Illuminator called Photoshop. I still feel like I'm getting a glare on my light. Okay, so that's basically our 3D foundation main component. So you've got your highlight, your contour, your illuminator, and your lip and cheek, okay? We also sell the Vanilla Dust setting powder. So if you like more of a matte look, or you feel like you have more oily skin and you need to set your makeup a little bit more, that's absolutely awesome. You know, you got the setting powder to do that. This is the powder brush. It's very dense so that you can go in and kind of pack that powder in there. Now these products, a lot of people want to know, like, how long do they last? Of course it matters. That's going to depend on how often you use your products. But if you use your products every day, your highlight, your contour, and your lip and cheek are going to last you 4 to 6 months. And the tins are $14 each. So they're very, very affordable. What's very cool about the eyeshadows, which I'm about to show you, the eyeshadow part is, how many times have you gone into like CVS or Target and you've bought like a big palette of eyeshadows because the 2 that you wanted are in that palette of 12. But you don't really use the other 10, you only use 2. So with Seint, you can buy the individual shadows that you want and create your own palette. And we have some beautiful, beautiful, highly pigmented colors to choose from. So any color of the rainbow that you can imagine and put together. And I will recommend some that I think will go good with your eye color and your skin tone, but that's absolutely up to you. If I recommend 4 shades that you're like, no, you just swap them out in your palette before you purchase. It's that easy. Okay, so what I like to do to make sure that I don't get a lot of creasing throughout the day, so I use my setting spray first, like I did when we first started, on my Perfector sponge, and I put that on. Then I put a little bit of highlight over that, okay? Then I take our setting powder and I put a little bit of that on top. A little bit of setting powder. And this, if you have ever had issues with your eyeshadow creasing, like you get halfway through your day and your eyeshadow is all creased and you got like a dark line right there in the crease, and it just drives you nuts because it doesn't look good, right? This will absolutely help with that. So it's kind of layering and stacking. So I've got the setting spray, the highlight, and now the setting powder. So now I'm ready to actually do my eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use our eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna dip into, these are our newest colors and I still don't know the names of them. I think it's Chai. I think this is Chai. And I can't remember what this one is. Not Mocha. I'll have to put that on the, I'll put that on the description of the live for you guys, because I cannot remember all the new, we have 12 new shadows and they changed the names of them. So now I know the old names, but not the new names. All right, so I'm just gonna put kind of a base layer down with this lighter color. I like to call this the transition shade because it kind of helps everything transition on your lower part of your, lid and then up. So I put that in the crease and kind of just all over, everywhere except like the very inner corner of the lid. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and take my Photoshop, which is right here. This is my illuminator, but it makes for a beautiful eye. It's very sparkly. So if you guys are interested in purchasing or just finding out what is recommended for you, complete that color match form and send it to me. I will get you some recommendations within 24 hours. And if you are interested in having your own, hosting your own makeup class, you can do that too. By hosting a makeup class, you can earn up to $500 in free makeup and free product. The skincare line is involved in that too, brushes, all of that. So you can earn reward points towards makeup. So that's like reward dollars. And then whenever you guys do purchase, that helps Allison get reward points and reward dollars towards her makeup, towards her goal. So let me know if you're interested in either one of those. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, which color am I gonna use now? This one right here. This is a darker shade right here. So I'm gonna go in and just sort of smoke it out just a little bit with this small end of my eyeshadow brush. So make sure after you tap into your eyeshadow that you're giving it a little tap on the edge, because you want to get that extra off. You do not want that fallout under here on your eyes. So I'm just going to kind of hit that outer corner and a little bit of my crease right there. I'm also going to go under here. I don't really use an eyeliner anymore. We do, because I like the look of, I feel like the shadows, putting a very light shadow under the eye really makes your eye open more. When you put like a dark liner on there, especially under the eye, I feel like it really kind of closes your eye up a little bit. So if you want more of an open eye look, I would suggest an eyeshadow. But we do sell a cream, it's called Black Friday eyeliner. I do use that sometimes, but just not very often, and mostly because I get my eyelashes done now, and so I don't feel like I really need it. But before I did my eyelashes, I did feel like I needed it on my upper lid. Okay, and then just a little bit under here. And it's all coming together, y'all. Okay, so now I'm just gonna use my line brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of brush out my brows. And I'm good to go. This is my look. Ta-da! All right. I feel like I've shown you guys all of the very basics of Seint. Seint is really a very basic line. Like we have, you know, a couple of products. We have a lot of different colors in those couple of products, but we're really special because, you know, when you go to Target or you go to the drugstore and you're buying makeup, or even when you go to Sephora or Ulta, you don't have like a personalized like Seint artist. You don't have a personalized makeup artist trying to help you match your skin tone, give you the good things that will help your makeup to apply correctly and make you look the best you can in your makeup. Once you purchase makeup from me, I'm your Seint gal, so I will help you. You can email me, you can message me, we can talk about your makeup. If you get your makeup and you're not happy with something and you feel like maybe something's the wrong color or it's just not right for you, I can help you get the makeup that's right for you, okay? Well, I'll work with you to get whatever colors you need, okay? So get off this live and go and fill out that color match. Take a picture tomorrow morning when the light comes out and make sure you're in front of that or facing that window and getting that good natural light on your skin, and send me that color match form in and I will have you some recommendations within 24 hours. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Thanks for letting me hang out with you tonight and support Allison and her party. And you guys have a great rest of your week.